Hello, I'm Cody Sharvett with Sedgwick County Emergency Management, and we're up to video number 3 in our series on disaster preparedness. So far, we've covered building a kit, making a plan, and now we're going to talk about staying informed before, during, and after an event. When disaster threatens, quick access to current information could be the difference between life and death for you and your family. The more warning time you have, the better your chances for survival. The information you need is out there. It's up to you to make sure you're listening. In emergency management, we talk about using a layered approach to receiving this information. Basically, that means whatever your favorite method is, make sure you have a backup, and preferably something that's battery powered. One of your layers needs to be something that will notify you in the middle of the night, and one of the best options is a NOAA All Hazards Weather Radio. The built-in alert tones will wake you up and let you know immediately what the nature of the threat is. Of course, they're best known for broadcasting weather warnings, but they also are part of the emergency alert system and can be activated for a number of life-threatening emergencies, even if it's not weather-related. There's no doubt smartphones and enhanced wireless capabilities have changed the way many people receive news and weather information. It's fine to use these devices as part of your layered approach, but be aware of a few cautions. First, we urge you not to rely on social media as your primary source of information in these events. They're just too unreliable for matters of life and death. Second, what happens if the cell towers are knocked out by the disaster and you have no signal? If your first, second, and third sources of information are all phone or tablet-based, then you lose them all at once with the loss of service. The same thing is true if the battery goes dead. If your neighborhood is affected by the disaster, there's a very good chance the electricity will be out for an extended period, which means no plugging in and charging your device. Some of you may have received a new type of notification on your cell phone called a wireless emergency alert. This technology either came with your phone from the manufacturer or it's just not available on your model. There's no app to download. The beauty of wireless emergency alerts is they're GPS-based. Your phone will only get the warning if you're in the path of danger. And that's true if you're at home, on the road, or visiting another state. For more details, search online for wireless emergency alerts. One final part of your layered approach can be the outdoor warning devices, commonly referred to as the tornado sirens. Even though we run the sirens, we don't recommend them as a primary layer. They're subject to electrical or radio failure, plus they were never designed to be heard indoors or wake you up at night. One nice thing about the sirens is that we now have selective sounding in Sedgwick County. That means we will sound only the sirens in or adjacent to the warned area. So, if you do hear that siren going off, that means the threat is real and it's close. So get to shelter immediately. Using a layered approach will ensure that you have the critical information you need before and during any large disaster. After such an event, we'll use the media to disseminate all sorts of information you need. Things like shelter locations, areas where you can get emergency medical or first aid treatment, emergency food and water distribution points, and more. If you haven't figured out some way to receive this information after disaster, you'll be left in the dark. These tips are just the basics to get you started. There's a lot more information available at our website, sedgwickcounty.org.